Hello, Barendipitous here with a new video, a new Legend Lore Chats video. This is number 4. We're going to be talking about Lord Vraxx. Lord Vraxx was since he was released on April 30th, 2014, along with Bodvar, Cassidy, and Orion, and this video is being released on April 30th, 2024, meaning today, when this video is released, is Lord Vraxx's 10th birthday. Happy 10th birthday, happy 10th anniversary of release, Lord Vraxx. May your empire live long, or if not, or whatever. I don't know. Just don't immolate me. That's all I ask. You're looking great today. That'll make sense in just a moment. But yeah, here we go. Talking about lore here first. So, oops. Let's see. So yeah, Lord Vraxx. Alphabetically, he's towards the end because the Lord part is not considered. It's the V. So anyway, there we go. That's why you see him after Volkov and before Wushang. Here we go. The Despotic. Lord Vraxx, we adore thee, so strong and smart and great. Don't shoot or fry or jail us. Don't crush or immolate. Don't chop us into pieces. Don't throw us in the bay. We're loyal, true, and faithful. You're looking great today. 241st stanza of the Vraxian Imperial Anthem. Now, Lance Star Champion, I've beaten you at laser sword dueling, just as I have beaten you at everything else. But I will keep you alive long enough to witness my final victory. Lord Vraxx. As the story goes, Vraxx's father was Governor Tyrant of the ice planet Roldak 9, and young Vraxx spent his childhood, like most Zaktari noble spawn, in a vat. As a cadet pilot in the Zaktar Academy for Conquest and Subjugation, he excelled in space dogfighting, space dog fighting, judging the weak, and planetary immolation. As a young warlord, Vraxx destroyed Roldak for harboring his childhood piano teacher, and soon built an impressive empire through fear, intimidation, brilliant space combat, and fear. However, Vraxx's extraordinary military prowess was always undermined by overconfidence, grandstanding, gloating, unworkable revenge plots, and general self-indulgence. He vaporized one planet because he didn't like the color of their beaches, and disintegrated so many ill-performing generals that the rank of lieutenant colonel became known as the sweet spot. In Brawlhalla, Vraxx's naked ambition and unremitting scheming is reassuringly constant. He is contemptuous of heroes who are not royalty, and only Nai, Bodvar, Hattori, and Orion are worthy of direct address. Vraxx's most prized possession is everything he owns, so no touching. So yeah, there you go. I see a lot, like, I imagine if you were to make a kind of like very goofy version of Darth Vader, and just up the egotism and despotic nature of Darth Vader up to, like, you know, on a scale of 1 to 10 up to like 15, you'd get Lord Vraxx on a ludicrous, like, silly, ridiculous scale. So yeah, jumping into ranked here. What? Oh yeah, that's my favorite Lord Vraxx skin, Professor Vraxx. But we'll start with the normal one here. By the way, the voice I did for Lord Vraxx, I know that when you lock in Lord Vraxx, you hear this it's kind of like low voice, but because of it, but I kind of imagine him with more of like a I guess it's a little bit of like Vegeta from Dragon Ball Z. Is that how you say it? Like, I'm Lord Vraxx. You know, maybe I'm getting it really wrong, but just kind of like this really harsh voice, because probably the biggest someone else in the Brawlhalla community, Pat Hyena, is the biggest Lord Vraxx fan, and that as far as I know, like, pretty much ever. And there was a project he and I were involved in, like an audio drama, and the voice that he wanted for Lord Vraxx was something like that, and now I can't really unhear it. So anyway, but the connections that Lord Vraxx has, quite a few as well. So once again, he's explicitly stated in the lore is that Bodvar, Queen Nai, Orion, and Hattori are the only ones that Vraxx considers worthy of direct address, like directly talking to them. I'm sure there's a few more, like Azoth would be considered royalty and so forth, right? Arcadia is a queen, that sort of thing. But obviously, when Lord Vraxx was released, there weren't that many legends, right? So, like when his lore was written, there were only like maybe 6 legends or something, 6 to 8 legends or something like that. So there's that. Caspian disguised so one of my favorite connections. So Caspian disguised himself as Vraxx for an entire tournament, a tournament that Vraxx was in. So that kind of just like tells you how good Caspian is at disguising himself. Especially Caspian's like a normal human, or at least he looks like a normal human. Who knows? He might be supernatural. I have no idea. But in any case, yeah, he disguised himself as Vraxx somehow, even though Vraxx is this one-eyed alien. But Zaktari, Vraxx's alien race is called Zaktari, and there are actually a couple of other mentions of Zaktari in general in Mirage's lore. Apparently, Mirage stole the scythe of Horus, a scythe that was some kind of Egyptian artifact, from a one-eyed alien, a Zaktari, possibly Vraxx, who knows? And then Isaiah has dealt with Zaktari power shields before, so yeah. And Reno has been involved in the Vraxian Imperial War, the Zaktari Imperial War, or something like that, right? Reno actually, if you consider if you consider animated trailers canon, which I do, like official animated trailers canon, I do consider them canon. I believe the developers consider them canon as well. Reno's release trailer shows Reno and Lord Vraxx having a bit of a standoff. It's not clear who killed who, but that's probably how one of them got into Valhalla. Maybe that's how Vraxx got into Valhalla, and Reno was done in during battle in some other way or something. Who knows? But yeah. Reno hunted Lord Vraxx, and Vraxx was I guess Vraxx was a fugitive at some point. So that's fun. Let's see here. What else? Oh yeah, so Sentinel and Vraxx have had at least some kind of interaction. So Sentinel believes in golem rights, so core and all of them. There's a whole group of golems that were they were created by the elves to try to take over Asgard, but Asgard won that war, and the Asgardians basically took the golems as servants, essentially, not realizing the golems are sentient. But Sentinel discovered that the golems are sentient, and because Sentinel has a sense of justice, he wanted to help Core become more recognized and blah blah blah. Well, the reason I bring that up is that in I believe Core's lore, Vraxx says, there's a quote by Vraxx that says something like, "Listen to the pathetic earthling. Oh, the golems are sentient. Oh, they demand rights. Well, who cares?" Core is not an earthling. Core is not from Earth. He's from Fangwild and Asgard and all that. But Sentinel is from Earth, so I'm assuming that's what Lord Vraxx was talking about. Oh yeah, Thatch. Thatch is just kind of this crazy madman guy. There's a lot more going on with Thatch, but he's basically a washed up Poseidon, pun intended. But Thatch basically just he sometimes aids Lord Vraxx he sometimes aids Vraxx in Vraxx's schemes to try to conquer Asgard, which I'm sure always fail, cartoonishly fail all the time. But Thatch is kind of like a bit of a henchman for Vraxx in Valhalla, because Thatch probably just I get to do more mayhem when I'm with Vraxx, so I'll go with him and do stuff for him and all that kind of stuff. I don't know. I think Thatch is an incredibly simple madman. And then finally, this is really funny. So Thea has a lot of sportswear and merch and things like that. And apparently, according to Thea's lore, Vraxx has been spotted wearing Thea's Atalanta no-show performance socks. So yeah, Thea made lots of things water bottles and hats and shirts and apparently no-show performance sports socks, whatever. like ankle socks, I think, whatever. And apparently, Lord Vraxx has worn them before, for whatever reason. No idea why, but I guess he has. So, which I'm kind of surprised by, because would he not be too proud to, like, maybe it's kind of like Pain and Panic wearing Hercules merch or something. Like, I think it looks kind of cool or whatever. or maybe it's like, these are the best socks ever, I must have them. I don't know. But yeah, here's another like sort of random connection. So the let's see which. Yeah, I'll do at least one. I'll do at least one more match. By the way, I do like Dark Matter Vraxx. I think it looks really cool. This is Space Dogfighter Vraxx. This is a lore skin here. But this is my favorite one, so I'll do Professor Vraxx. But yeah, so Lance Star Champion was mentioned. Basically, if Lance Star Champion was like the protagonist of some kind of space opera, Vraxx would definitely be like, if not a main antagonist, if not the main antagonist. Lance Star Champion has been mentioned once or twice before, and you also see a Lance Star Champion poster in the background of the Terminus map if you look closely enough, which I don't know what that's all about. But Artemis destroyed Lance Star Champion's fleet just by zooming through it, trying to look for Orion, and yeah, that's pretty much all I've got for that. So anyway, Vraxx is kind of the first legend we get, unless you count Orion. But if you don't count Orion, Vraxx is the first legend we get that comes from from the realm of outer space. Most legends are from Earth. There are lots of legends from Asgard and Brawlhalla. Lots of other legends are from other afterlives, like Mount Olympus or Elysium, or even other dimensions, places like Terminus or whatever. And there are a few legends from outer space, such as Vraxx and Reno, and they are like there's clearly a lot going on in outer space in the Brawlhalla universe, because there's and with characters like Lord Vraxx, we get just a small taste of it. There's a whole empire, the whole Vraxian empire, and there's a whole alien race called the Zactari, which Vraxx is a Zactari, and I guess I don't know if there were other alien races in that empire, or maybe the Zactari were the ruling class or something like that underneath Vraxx's rule. I don't know. But yeah, that's lots of fun speculation you can have there. But yeah, I do think that Darth Vader from Star Wars is definitely a strong point of inspiration, because of the whole killing generals and stuff like that, or space dogfighting is definitely something that Darth Vader has done. And I'm sure there's probably other sci-fi franchises and stuff like that Lord Vraxx is that also have stuff like that as well. That's just what comes to mind for me. Lord Vraxx also very much comes from that kind of that ray gun gothic something Gordon, like ray punk retro futuristic kind of thing, like Roldak 9, Zactari, lots of Z's and K's in the names and stuff. There's that's definitely I think it's called I don't know if it's ray, I think sometimes that people call ray punk or ray gun gothic or things like that. Flash Gordon would be an example. I think of Spaceman Spiff from the Calvin and Hobbes comics. Things like that. I guess also Star Trek would also be kind of in there as well. So yeah, anyway, there you go. That is Lord Vraxx. And with that, again, according to brawlhalla.wiki.gg, that concludes the legends that were the first 4 legends that were released together on April 30th, 10 years ago today. The other legends that were in alpha there were 4 other legends in the alpha version of Brawlhalla before the closed beta, but they were, according to the fan-made wiki, they were released on other dates. But yeah, I wanted to at the very least release the Legend Lore Chat videos for Bodvar, Cassidy Orion, and Lord Vraxx on April 30th, 2024 to celebrate, their 10th birthdays, basically. I just want to say here and now that don't expect that same exact thing for all the other Legend Lore Chats, because otherwise it would take 10 years from now to get to Vivi, which is, as of the recording of this video, the newest legend in Valhalla, in Brawlhalla. I don't want to do that. I want to, basically, I'm going to be releasing these videos as I'm able to make them, essentially. If I can have a video release coincide with an anniversary of a legend, then I will definitely do that. But if not, if it doesn't work out that way, I'll just release it when I can. So anyway, that's what you can expect from me. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And until next time, all the best.